Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, what we have here is an air fryer. I think it's New Wave, and like I say right off the bat, I'm not sponsored by them or anything. Um, I didn't even purchase this. This was free. Um, the person across the room moved out, and I was talking to the maintenance guy who was throwing stuff away, and he said, "Oh, this is an air fryer." He said, "I got plenty of them. You want one? You want it?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." This thing is great. Now, of course, it didn't come with a manual, so I had to figure it out. But when you first plug it in, it flashes. It's got this different power settings and all this other stuff. You switch it on to on. That becomes steady, and then you can go through here with the menu thing, and select stuff. And it just has preset things right here. You can change the temperature. See, for like frozen fries, it's 400. Nuggets, it's 400. Poultry, and then this is the time. It's going to start off at 12 minutes. Fish, higher temperature. It does it for 8 minutes. You can preheat it. You can change the watts that you're using. I always leave it at 1800. This usually gets me right here because I'd sit there and I'd get it all programmed out. Okay, I want to do frozen fries, and this is good for me. Let me turn it on. And actually, I'm turning it on. You have to hit start, pause, and all that other stuff. Some of them have little windows and everything. This one hadn't been cleaned out since the last time I cooked some chicken in there. But the advantage to that is I can just sit it here. It's an air fryer, so it doesn't require any oil. Like for drumsticks, this thing takes, it says 12 minutes because drumsticks are thick and everything. I usually give it like 15 minutes. And then instead of taking it out right away, I just let them cool down in there. So I'll let it go for another 10-20 minutes just sitting there. I just want it to cook thoroughly because it does a good job of cooking on the surface on stuff. If it's really thick stuff, it's going to take a little bit longer, to get through to it. But like I said, I haven't done a review on it. Let me just turn it on to give you an idea of the sound. So we're going to go with, see, we start out, let's say preheat, and we set the temperature to 360. You can go higher, you can go up to 400. 360 is what I use, and then you can set the time. It's just like 15 minutes, but you can knock it down to 5 or 4 or whatever, and then you turn it on. Oops, see, I did it. I did exactly what I was telling you when I goof up on. Alright, so preheat. See, it says preheat. 360. Time will go down. There. Now, don't hit that. Hit this one. You hear it? It's like a hair dryer. Now it'll do that, and when it reaches it, it just shuts off. On the preheat, I think it runs that fan for a little while before it shuts off. But of course, the advantage of this is it doesn't heat up the whole apartment like the oven does in there. That's just a regular size oven. Of course, you can't put as big as stuff in there. And like I said, if it's really thin, like thin curly fries, it'll just turn them into nothing if you don't watch the temperature. You just got to mess around with it. But it works really well. Like I said, 6 drumsticks, and I can have them cooked up in no time. So, yeah. and it was free, and it works. All I had to do was clean it up. And to clean it up, this thing's pretty easy. You just push this button right here, it comes out. That tray separates by pushing this button again, and pulling it up. This whole handle comes off, and then you can clean the bottom tray down there. Some people do a time-saving thing where they put parchment paper in there so that you don't have as big of a cleanup and stuff like that. I'll try that. I've got parchment paper, I just never cut it because I think, I might be wrong, but I think you need like the little vent holes to cook the bottom side of it too. I don't know. It seemed like parchment paper would block it, but I don't know what I'm talking about. And you can cook cornbread in there, stuff too, you know, just put them in separate little bins and trays. But yeah, I really like it. And it offers advantages over microwave and stuff, you know. Something, you don't want a microwave chicken, it comes out all rubbery. And like I said, with the oven, you got to heat up the whole place. Wintertime, that might be all right, you know. But anyways, yeah, I think it uses less electricity and does a pretty good job. Just got to know its limitations. So there you go. Hope you found that interesting. If you haven't tried an air fryer, I would suggest it. You know, here it shows the different times and everything that it's going to run. And there are different brands and everything. You know, like I said, get whatever works for you. What worked for me was free. I like free stuff. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.